This is how to take apart the Benelli Super Black Eagle 2. The first thing you need to do is lock your bolt back and take the grip off. It'll just pull right out, but this one's kind of stubborn, so I'm just going to use the pliers. And then you unscrew the cap. And now you can take the foregrip and the barrel off, just slide right off. And the bolt will stay where it's at. And these two will just separate and just pull down and back. Next, hold the bolt and push the release button. Let it slowly go forward, and then you can just pull it right out. In order to take the trigger out, you need an Allen wrench or a punch, something like that. There's a pin right there. Just pop that out. And then just pull the back down, out. And then for further disassembly of the bolt, you push the back of the firing pin in, right there. And then this will come out. Maybe you can just tip it upside down like that, or you have to pull it. It'll come out. And the firing pin and the firing pin spring will come out. Get out of the back there. And then flip it over. And this thing right here, just wiggle it and it'll kind of come out. And then you can pull the bolt head out, and then the spring will come out. And that's the full disassembly. To start the reassembly, we'll put the trigger in. Let's grab the trigger, put this through there, and then push the bolt release button. It'll go down. You might have to, this might wiggle around so it might not center up, but just wiggle that so it centers. And it'll push down. Make sure this is hooked on the outside. And then get this pin, put it back in there. And I'll start the reassembly of the bolt. So grab your bolt and this spring, put the spring in the bolt. Then you have your bolt head, put it in here. Make sure this hook lines up on the side that says Benelli. And then this hole needs to line up with the groove. And grab this pin. The hole will go towards the center of the bolt, and this notch needs to line up with the same direction that the bolt is. Then grab your firing pin and firing pin spring, put them together, insert it into the back of the bolt. And then grab this pin. You might have to release your finger from that part of the bolt so it springs forward. And then put the pin in there. And then your bolt's done. So we'll slide it onto here. Make sure it goes into this little plunger, the back of the bolt. And then we can lock it back. And then grab your forearm and the barrel, and together it'll just slide on. This will just slide on there. Make sure this lines up flush. Then screw the cap back on. Put the bolt handle back in place. It'll just snap in. And check to make sure it cycles. Yep, we're good. That's the disassembly, or reassembly and disassembly.